Hello, notorious Vault family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 7. Earl Warren, the justice who reshaped America. You have the right to remain silent. Those words? They exist because Earl Warren made sure the justice system worked for everyone. Warren wasn't just another Supreme Court figure. He was a legal lightning bolt. As the 14th Chief Justice of the United States, Warren oversaw rulings that didn't just interpret the Constitution, they rewrote the moral compass of the nation. During his tenure from 1953 to 1969, the Supreme Court handed down some of its most landmark decisions. Brown v. Board of Education, 1954, segregated schools, gone. Miranda v. Arizona, 1966, the creation of Miranda rights, ensuring you're not tricked into self-incrimination. Loving v. Virginia, 1967, banning bans on interracial marriage. That's huge. He started as a Republican and former governor of California, seen as safe, even conservative. But once on the bench, he evolved, becoming a fierce champion of civil liberties. That shift shook the political world. Did you know? Warren also chaired the Warren Commission, the official investigation into JFK's assassination. The commission concluded Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone, but decades later, conspiracy theories still rage on. Some claim there were missing witnesses, shady connections, and political cover-ups. What's your take? He passed on July 9, 1974, at the age of 83. But Warren's voice echoes every time justice is debated in America. Question for viewers: was Earl Warren the most transformative Chief Justice in U.S. history? Or do you think someone else deserves that title? Let's debate in the comments. Number 6. Alice Paul, the woman who made America listen, before hashtags, before TikToks, before women's marches. There was Alice Paul. Born in 1885 to a Quaker family that valued equality, Alice wasn't raised to stay silent. After earning multiple degrees, including a PhD, and fighting for suffrage in England, where she was imprisoned multiple times, she brought that radical fire back to the US, and she lit it. In 1913, she organized the Women's Suffrage Parade, strategically timed the day before President Woodrow Wilson's inauguration. Thousands marched, chaos erupted, headlines exploded. She co-founded the National Woman's Party. She led hunger strikes while jailed for picketing the White House, and was force-fed, a brutal practice designed to break her spirit. It didn't work. Her efforts directly led to the 19th Amendment's ratification in 1920, granting women the right to vote. But Alice didn't stop there. She introduced the Equal Rights Amendment, ERA, in 1923, an idea that's still debated today. She died on July 9, 1977, in relative quiet, but her legacy still shouting. Imagine this: if Alice Paul had access to Twitter and Instagram, would the ERA already be law? Tag someone who should know her name. Let's keep her fight alive. Number 5. Rod Steiger, the actor who made you uncomfortable on purpose. Some actors chase fame. Rod Steiger chased truth, even if it made the audience squirm. Born in 1925, Steiger trained at the famed Actors Studio, mastering method acting long before it became a Hollywood buzzword. His performances were so raw, so explosive, you didn't watch them. You felt them. In On the Waterfront, 1954, he played Brando's bitter brother, torn between loyalty and regret. In The Pawnbroker, 1964, He portrayed a Holocaust survivor, a role so emotionally draining that Steiger said it changed how he viewed life. But it was In the Heat of the Night, 1967, that earned him an Oscar. Playing a racist sheriff forced to team up with Sidney Poitier's detective? It was a mirror America couldn't ignore. Steiger passed away on July 9, 2002, after years of health struggles. But even today, actors like Joaquin Phoenix and Daniel Day-Lewis owe him a nod. Here's a hot take. Rod turned down the lead role in Patton, claiming it glorified war. That role won George C. Scott an Oscar. Steiger? He never regretted it. Do you think he made the right call? Comment below. What's your favorite uncomfortable but unforgettable performance? Number 4. Rip Torn, Hollywood's last loose cannon. You didn't watch Rip Torn, you survived him. Born in 1931, Torn was equal parts genius and chaos. He could steal a scene with a whisper or a yell, and you never knew which one was coming. He won an Emmy for The Larry Sanders Show playing Artie, the bombastic, foul-mouthed producer everyone feared and loved. He played Chief Zed in Men in Black, introducing sci-fi to a new generation with dry wit and authority. And his theater work, legendary. He was a respected stage actor long before Hollywood embraced his unpredictability. But off-screen? Torn was known for his explosive temper. He once got into a physical fight with Dennis Hopper. Another time, he was arrested for breaking into a bank because he thought it was his house. Still, his talent was undeniable. Directors kept hiring him because, despite the wild-card reputation, he always delivered. He passed on July 9, 2019, leaving behind one of the most unpredictable, thrilling careers in showbiz. Do we still have actors like Rip Torn? Or has Hollywood become too polished? Let's talk. Number 3. Ross Perot, the billionaire who broke the system. Before political outsiders were a trend, Ross Perot was the trend. Born in 1930 in Texas, Perot built his fortune from scratch, founding electronic data systems and becoming one of the wealthiest men in America. But in 1992, he did something unthinkable. He ran for president as an independent. No party, no filter, just Perot. A man with charts, a nasal voice, and a firestorm of economic takes. He focused on national debt, outsourcing, and political corruption, decades before these became everyday talking points. He earned 19% of the vote, the strongest third-party performance since 1912. He didn't win, but he changed the rules. Perot died on July 9, 2019, but his influence lingers in every populist movement since. What if Perot had social media? Would his blunt charts and one-liners have made him the first viral president? Drop your Ross Perot memories below, or tell us, would he still have shaken up today's politics? Number 2. Isabel Sanford, the sitcom queen who shattered ceilings. Wheezy? If you heard that voice, you knew greatness was coming. Isabel Sanford, born in 1917, became the heart and soul of the Jeffersons, playing Louise "Wheezy" Jefferson opposite Sherman Hemsley. Her wit, warmth, and sharp delivery made her a television icon. But her journey? Far from easy. She started on stage, appearing in Broadway and film, including a memorable role in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. In 1981, she became the first Black woman to win a Primetime Emmy for lead actress in a comedy. And long after the Jeffersons ended, she kept working, appearing in everything from commercials to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Isabel passed away on July 9, 2004, but her influence is everywhere, from Tracy Ellis Ross to Quinta Brunson. Trivia. Her Hollywood Walk of Fame star? Placed right next to her on-screen husbands. Fitting, right? Who's your favorite modern sitcom queen? Let's connect the lineage. Number 1. Eric Sevareid. The voice of thought in the noise. Before hot takes, before 24-hour news loops, there was Eric Sevareid. He began his journalism career covering World War II for CBS, parachuting behind enemy lines, delivering reports that were more poetry than propaganda. For over 40 years, he offered thoughtful, often sobering commentary, and refused to dumb things down. He called out both sides. He resisted easy answers. He believed journalism should be about truth, not ratings. He passed on July 9, 1992. But his legacy lives on in every broadcast that dares to take a breath and think. Question. In today's media frenzy, would someone like Sevareid survive or save journalism? From the courtroom to the soundstage, from protest marches to presidential ballots, these 7 lives changed America. They weren't perfect. They were complex, bold, and human. And that's what made their stories matter. Which one moved you the most? Drop their name in the comments, or share a memory. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe to keep their stories alive. Because here on this channel, we don't just report on death. We celebrate legacy, one day at a time.